Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today I'm actually joined by Andanté Wiehahn. She's from CPS Property Solutions, and basically what they do is financial assistance for distressed property owners. This is a big topic because obviously with everything that's going on right now, August 2020, we're still dealing with the whole pandemic situation. There's definitely a lot of people that are in need of these services, and the nice thing with CPS is they are actually fixated specifically on property related issues. And yeah, and Dante, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Good morning, and thank you for reaching out. Obviously, this is in your line of work, you being in property, and you saw that there's some value to your listeners, to your watchers, and to your clients in the specific product that we have. CPS has been in business for over 10 years. My dad started it, so it's become a family business. I've gotten involved. Okay. And basically, we assist property owners that are in financial distress. We are not a credit provider. We don't provide loans. We have gone to the National Credit Regulator to get our product looked at, and everything is absolutely above board. So we don't provide loans because we basically give cash upfront to the property owner in return for the sale of their house. So I know that sounds a little bit distressing to think I'm going to lose my home, but you know what? Things happen, bad things happen to good people. And sometimes that asset that you have can be your lifeline. And we use that lifeline to give you a cash lifeline from our point of view.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, so basically the way that it'll be set up is we're just going to go through a few topics that outline who CPS are and what they can do for their clients. And I will actually timestamp all of this while I'm editing. So those of you who have specific things that you want to refer to, the timestamps will be there for you to go straight ahead to that point where you want to listen to that specific topic that we're discussing. So the way that we're going to go through it, and I know we touched on it already, is the first thing will be a quick background on CPS, and then from their perspective, who they help, how they help, and how the whole process works. So yeah, let's start with the first one, which, like I said, we've already touched on slightly, is just a quick background on CPS.
So about 12 years ago, my father realized there's a need in the market for people that have gone beyond the point of cash loans and family help. You get to a point where you've asked your brother for cash, you've asked your uncle for cash, you have gone down the cash loan route, you've gone to your bank, you have perhaps sold a few things, but you just get stuck and you don't get out of it. You've either been retrenched or just something has happened. And that's where he saw the opportunity that the homeowners have this asset and they don't have time to sell it by themselves, and they need cash now, whether it is for a car, to pay the car off, or to pay school fees or medical bills or whatever it may be. And we started this company with sole purpose to assist those homeowners that need that cash injection.
Okay, excellent. And so I think that gives a pretty good overall background. So we'll get straight into the meat of it and start with, who do you help in particular?
It's interesting because when people think financial distress, they think, you've gone into debt because you gambled or you are irresponsible with your finances, but that's not always the case. Things happen in this time of COVID-19, retrenchments are rife. Something like 3 million people have already lost their jobs. And if you have a home loan to pay off and all the household expenses and school fees, it just starts adding up. So people that have been retrenched, people that have excessive medical bills, people that can't afford their school fees anymore, people that are going through a divorce, so suddenly they have to pay for 2 households, people that are immigrating and they need that cash injection now to be able to buy the plane tickets and get out if they need to. So it's a whole plethora of people that need a cash injection for whatever reason it may be.
Okay, excellent. And then moving straight along to the next point, which is, how can you help?
So the big thing that we do, and the most important thing, is it has to be a homeowner. Our clients are all homeowners, and because we do sell their house. So we provide cash up front. This is something that no other businesses do. They only give you cash eventually or when they sell something. We give you the cash as soon as you've signed, within the first 48 hours. when you've signed a joint venture with us, we provide the cash that you need. And then we provide funds to pay off your municipal bond, your municipal fees, your levies, whatever has been outstanding, because often if you are behind on your bond and you've got cash flow problems, you don't pay everything else.
Yeah.
So we assist with that. And something else, and very importantly, that we do is we stop sale and execution. So often we find people that are on the verge of losing their houses to auction, where the banks just auction it off to get back a fraction of the cost of what it's worth. So we go to the bank and we make a deal with them, we pay them, and we settle the debt, and then we can sell your house within good time for a much, much higher value than the banks would have done it in the sale execution. If need be, we also provide a service if your house has been neglected, which often happens when you are cash strapped. We do provide funds to what we call provide pavement appeal. So we would paint and make it just a little bit better and easier to sell to gain a higher property price for it.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, very important. I think the overall look definitely factors into what you can achieve. That first impression definitely counts for.
You would know that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and I think moving straight on to the last point, which was, how does the whole process work?
So basically, a client would get in touch with us and say, listen, I have this cash flow problem. And then we do an assessment of the property. So we go in and we see if there's any equity. If, for example, the property is worth R1 million and there's an outstanding bond of 900,000, there's just not enough value in that property for us to help. But if there's 200,000 rand outstanding on the bond, there's definitely opportunity for us. We obviously also check what areas it's in, if it's a sellable area, if you've overpaid for it initially, because the property market was in an extreme bubble a couple of years ago and it has crashed. Yeah. So you have to understand that you probably won't get what you thought you would get for it. Yeah. So we have to be realistic. So we send independent evaluators in, we do a current market value and we do a distressed market value, and then we put the house on the market, we market it, we sell it, and at the end of the day, you get a portion of your money. We take the monies off that we put to the front in the very beginning of the deal, and then we also charge a service fee, which is predetermined from the very beginning, so you know exactly what you're in for. Yeah. And the house is sold, and whatever money is left over, you get.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward, right to the point, and something I think a lot of people will find value in. I'm starting to see more and more people that need that sort of assistance. I think it is crucially important, especially before it goes to a point that they are unable to control. So I think it is definitely a valuable service. I'll actually leave all of Andanté's details on here and the company details. And also, actually, while we're still discussing it, Andanté, where are you guys based?
We are in Johannesburg, central Johannesburg. We operate mostly in Gauteng. We find most of our clients do come from Gauteng. We have done a couple of deals all over the country. We sold a massive property on the beach in Jeffreys Bay a year or so ago, nice. And a few other properties, but mostly in Gauteng.
Okay, I'll leave all of Andanté's details here and CPS's contact details. So yeah, please feel free to contact them directly, or if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments or let me know, and I'll be glad to pass them on to Andanté. And yeah, thanks for your time, Andanté, and thanks for giving us all the information. And hopefully we have you back on another podcast for more topics related to this issue.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. It was such a delight speaking to you.
Cool. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Bye.